So I bought this desk on eBay, knowing full well that it needed quite a bit of cosmetic work, which is absolutely fine. I'll enjoy doing that. Really large, which is great, but I hadn't realised the height. Clearly, I cannot work at it like this. It's absolutely ridiculous. I've already had a look at the tabletop to see if I could remove these two drawers and just lower the top down. It needs to come down about that depth, 10-15 centimetres. I've had a good look, it's screwed, it's nailed, it's glued, and I fear that if I take away this section, I might crack or otherwise destroy this beautiful tabletop, so I've ruled that out. Another two options are to take the top off the pedestal or the bottom off the pedestal. If I take off the bottom, it might change the way it looks. Well, it will change the way it looks, it might not look as nice. The alternative is I take away the top drawer. There's 4 drawers there, I could drop it down to 3 drawers. That's really quite easy because that would take off, by taking away the top drawer, that would take off exactly what I need. The difficulty is on this side. I would have to repanel or remake a cupboard door. So what I need to do is get this tabletop back off again and have a look at these pedestals and see what's best. This is the underside, and I could take some of this off, but I think realistically only down to here, which only gives me a 5 centimetre drop in the total height. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to take it off the top. Of course, taking it off the top is going to be a lot more work. I'll have to remake the cupboard doors, and I'll have to make them structurally sound when I've taken the top off. So wish me luck. I'm going to work with the drawer side first because hello Lulu, because I know exactly how much I'm taking off this side because it's one drawer, and then I will make this one match this one. Easy! I'm in my workshop and I need to remove this top drawer, so I'm removing 11 centimetres, which is perfect. I don't want to measure from the top though. I'm more convinced by the flatness of the bottom, and also when I come to take it off the other side I'll want to measure from the bottom, not the top. Yeah, so going to mark on all the way around that same distance, 59.2. Perfect. Okay, so I've cut the tops off both of them, which is great. They're both the same height, so that's really good. This cupboard side is pretty structurally sound, but I want to use the inner from the top to add more structural integrity, and also I have to use the end bit here to make the top of my cupboard door. There's all sorts of nails and doweling and screws and repairs and some dovetailing, but I'll try to just prise apart one of the already upset bits and see what we find. Yeah, this may take some time. I've managed to take out the innards of the top of the cupboard pedestal, and so now I am able to insert this piece and this piece. They've got dovetails, so I'll have to make new ones in here, but that should be straightforward enough. So some chiselling and some bit more precision work and less thuggery. I prefer thuggery, to be honest, but I'm going to get my chisels out. So I've done my cupboard side pedestal, taken the top off it, and the drawer side, we've taken the top off that, and they're equal heights, so that's great. I just need to kind of glue them together and bring them tight and make them structurally sound again. I found all sorts of glue. I've got some Evo stick, says it's for everything. I've got that looks like I really should use it outdoors because it looks nasty. I've got some 30-year-old multi-use adhesive, what could go wrong? And I've got something I've parcelled up with gaffer tape and I've no idea what it is. That might work really well. So between all these things, I can't find my wood glue, so I think they'll suffice. And I've got some ratchet clamps, and I've got a clamp that's actually for picture frames, but that should work quite nicely. So let's do this. I think that's the woodworking part done. This was the cupboard side, and I reused the top of that, reinserted it to give it some structural integrity. I'm really pleased with that. I do still need to make cupboard doors. One day I will sand and actually I think paint these, but for now I just want to use my desk. The drawers, same height, I'm really pleased with. These took a lot of work. The runners inside these old bits of furniture, or at least the cheaper ones, seem to always break. They seem to only be glued for some reason, and most of these were broken. As well as putting them back in the right place, I've also put a chock in underneath that's screwed in. These are not going to break no matter how much I put in these drawers. So I'm pleased with how that's gone. Had to do a little bit of chiselling, either of the stops or of the drawers themselves, to make them run more smoothly, she says. Let's put the last two in. Good, and it's all flush, beautiful. And then finally, oh yes, all flush. Ta-da! So this is a desk I can actually work at. I've still got the cupboard doors to make, but at least I can actually work at my desk now. I'm really pleased with how that's gone. Brilliant.